Hi everyone, this is Stephanie. I go by StampJG here on YouTube or at my blog at stampjg.com, and today I have a bundle of products by Gina K Designs and Therm-o-Web. I've been intrigued by this whole concept of foil and laminating and kind of a group of products that work together. So I saw this bundle on Amazon and I bought it. And what it includes is the stamp set. I purchased the Holly Jolly set, and this looks to be a 6x8 stamp set. It includes design or detail sheets that are printed in toner that you use with this system. It includes the dies, the outline dies, and it includes a package of this very sparkling silver fancy foils by Gina K Designs and Therm-o-Web. And this bundle also had a little clear pocket to keep everything in. And because I can't do just one color, I went ahead and purchased a couple of different other colors to go with this. I got the glittering green and the radiant red, and you can see these are all very sparkly foil. And I've got my laminator heating up, and we'll see what we can come up with for Christmas cards. Okay, I have taken everything out of the package, and these are the dies, and the dies will cut out. There are 5 dies, I think. 5 dies, yes, there's 5 dies, and they will cut out the main images on the stamp set. So you have a die for the holly. There's a die, for the ornament, including the little topper right here. There's a die for the pine bough. There's a die for the poinsettia. And this tiny little die actually cuts out the little light bulb over here. There's not a die for this here, but the little die here will cut out little light bulbs that you could put on here. So that's the dies and the stamps. The detail sheets come in a package of 10, and they are 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and all 10 are exactly the same. These are toner-based printed products that the foil will react to if you send it through a heat source like a laminator, and the foil will stick to these and create sparkly images that you can then use with your stamp set and other ink. The other thing I wanted to mention that I thought was kind of cool about this is that this package of detail sheets also comes with one folded sheet of parchment paper, and this is what you can use to send your project through your laminator when you put your foil on top and send it through the laminator. Now the laminator I have is inexpensive. I bought it a couple of years ago and I haven't really used it that much. So I was kind of excited to get something to really play with it. It is a Scotch laminator. I will leave a link below. I will also leave a picture of it. It is not currently in my craft room. It is out by the back deck. Kind of funny, I heated it up and it started smelling like really warm and kind of scary warm, and I thought, you know, if this catches on fire, I'm just gonna throw it out the door or something. So it's off by the porch. So it's doing well. It has not caught on fire. I think it had just had some dust in it that heat up and smelled a little funny. So I am going to start a project and get my holiday cards underway, which will be exciting. So let's see what we can come up with. I am using Memento ink. I just really don't have a good selection of reds for some reason. And well, this one doesn't always cover the greatest. It's a pretty red, so I'm going to use this today. And one thing I noticed is that on this stamp, you could see these petals stick out a little bit longer than the others, and it kind of correlates to these 2 petals. I have found these are actually very easy to line up if you get your head right over it. I don't do that because then you can't see me do it on camera. So I'm bound to be off at least a little bit, but I am gonna try. Okay. It's not too bad. It's a little off, it's not too bad. And the two longest leaves line up with these two leaves right here. And honestly, I think using a stamp positioning tool would be a good idea. Now, this other stamp goes in these little four corners, and this is a little harder to line up, I have to admit. It's not real evident which petals stick out further, at least to me. When they line up, they really line up. Honestly, I have to say, once you get it straight. Okay, and that's me lining it up without getting my head directly over the shot. So you can see it actually does really well. I need to finish this other one and we'll move on to the leaves. I've done stamped in this whole sheet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I might just foil it and then see what to do with it later. Okay, so for these little ones here, what I want to do is foil this area with red and this area with green. I think, I do not know, but I think if I put the red on first, and then I'm just going to lay this over the top of that. So I am thinking the red will stick first and then the green. We'll see. Okay, so I've got silver, I've got green, I've got red down here on this flower, I've got silver on this flower, silver up here. I'm gonna go run this just as it is through my laminator. Okay, let's see. You know what, let me zoom out and let's take a look at what we got. I did run it through the laminator twice. I was kind of concerned maybe once wasn't going to be enough, so I did run it through twice. And I can already see it's stuck well, I think. Ooh. I like the leftovers too. Okay, so let's do this ornament up here. Okay, for this one, the little cap, just the little cap piece I did in silver. The little starburst I did in green. Even if you stamp over the black area, the toner area with ink, the toner still sticks, the foil still sticks to the toner. So those are all silver. I am seeing a little bit of black on these very, very fine areas where the toner may not have stuck to the foil. My first time foiling with these, and I am not sure why it missed some places. Let me zoom out so you can see. But overall, these are beautiful. These are absolutely beautiful. They're going to add just enough shine. And again, these are stamped areas with just the very, very edge being foiled. Okay, what I've got here is a sheet of Gina K Designs Stampin' Foil Foil Mates detail sheets. This is the Holly Jolly set. And what I have done is just stuck a piece of foil on top of it and didn't color anything yet. So I wanted to see what would happen. This transferred nearly perfectly with almost no black showing. There might be a couple of little teeny tiny dots. but they are almost not. I mean, if I'm going to hold them up to my face and look for them, I can find them, but maybe, I don't know, it's done such a good job. You really can't tell. The key to working with a foil and a laminator is that you have to let it heat up. You have to let this, in order to get near perfect results, it heat up almost 45 minutes. So you just turn it on and forget it for a while. And if you were here for earlier in my video, I said how when I first turned this one on, it was all dusty, and you could smell the dust burning, and it kind of made me a little nervous. It's totally gone now. It's all burned off. Worked fine, nothing caught on fire. But my only recommendation is, if you have the ability, perhaps look at a more expensive laminator if you're going to do a lot of this. And again, these lines are very tiny details, and you have to let the laminator heat up a very long time. The ready button is no indication that it's truly ready to work. In the Gina K Designs Foil Mates detail sheets, there are a lot. Each sheet has you know, 2 lines of the lights, and they are great. It was a good idea. They're just a little hard to use. Not so much in foiling and not so much in stamping, because they come out beautifully, but to use them on a card, you have to cut them out. This one I cut out fussy cut, but I kind of got a little bored with it, so it's a little wonky, but I cut them out as best as I could. This one, I chose the one at the up at the top. You can see the top one, and I just kind of followed the lines. I think I'm going to put this on the edge of a card to make that kind of look good, so I have done that. And then this one I haven't done yet. I want to see how this turns out. This is just, I cut off the little lines for the light bulbs, so I cut those off, and then I'm going to foil these. This has got foiled, and then I'm going to see, I don't know what I can do with this, but we'll see. But this is the only thing in the design space that on the design sheets that I kind of was like, I'm not sure what to do with these, because they're not on a card. So in order to foil them, you do have to cut them out. There is no matching die set or anything, understandably, because you're going to stamp little light bulbs on them. But so let's see what I can come up with those, and I will be back in a little bit with some card ideas. Let me leave you with shiny.